It's Nyla, and this is my new section, which I'm doing from 2026, which is just me thinking about some of the things that have happened recently that have caught my eye. Um, just me doing a personal blog, really. And I'm going to be genuinely myself, which is the second thing that I found really helpful. And being free to be who you are is not easy nowadays. I mean, you can see there is a lot of a barrier to you being yourself, but I'm soldiering on around that. So can you. So of course, what do? I sit there at the computer, thinking, yeah, I'm going to do all of these great things and achieve absolutely, I wouldn't say nothing out of them, but very little. Then secondly, in line with this, I want to talk about AI, kind of this is going to be a massive story for the year. And I feel that the massive story is going to be what a disappointment it is, at least in terms of creativity, because I've tried putting a few of the more work related topics that I wanted AI to kind of help me with. Won't say do for me, but that would have been handy, but it's not going to happen because I've fed my thoughts into Chat GPT, and it comes out with, kind of the biggest load of rubbish you've ever seen. So it comes out with all of these sets of lists, kind of cliches, long, rambling sentences which sound, really, really poetic, but are not at all suitable for anything as far as I can see. And I don't know whether it's just me, but it tends to be like really on the either extremely negative or extremely positive side. Where it's extremely positive is telling me that, that everything that I ever thought of is so brilliant, which, even though we like to be positive about ourselves, I know that that is just basically not true. And then on the actual scripts, it's completely unusable. Has this just been my experience of AI? I don't know. But anyway, I've spent, when I spoke earlier about being at the computer and never getting anywhere, that is because most of my hours have been spent trying hour after hour to get some sense out of AI, and I've now given up. Hurrah! I'm thinking to myself, it's going to result in me droning on like I am, but I would love to hear your experiences of AI. Do they chime with mine? It's just going to be me from now on doing the hard work, which, as you can see, I'm not doing a lot of hard work because I'm just talking to you about anything that comes into my head. Oh yes, there is a third thing, which is, in my new persona, you may have noticed that I've got these brilliant new glasses, which are, I think, very natty and a bit more professional. Not let my hair get so mad as it was, but that may or may not happen. It's probably not going to happen because, it is what it is. And also, I've got this very nice jacket on, which I thought let me make a bit more of a effort. I've just recorded a more business oriented video, which is why I had it on. But I've just left it on because, I didn't have time to change it and, well, I don't know, just kept it on. So, and that led me to think, well, I've got all of these fantastic clothes from the past because being fairly old, I am from an era where earlier on in my career, I used to wear suits all of the time, and everybody did. To be taken seriously, you had to wear a suit. So that doesn't apply anymore, does it? Because I've been into kind of networking things more now rather than going into official kind of board meetings and the like. But everyone's in jeans, including me. I'm obviously I'm often the scruffiest person in there. Doesn't seem to matter because everybody else is dressed down too. But when I was young, I can remember having all these super suits, which I've tended to give to clothes swap places now because I like to see young women, and they've snatched one of my tops or pairs of trousers or something, jackets, and they're clinging onto it because it's a really well made thing. And I proudly say, well, that was my jacket when I was 25 or something, and and they sort of beaming and everything because well, they might put it on Vinted, I don't know, but I'm pleased to have made them happy at that moment in time. To me, that's a big success, and I'll probably swap those clothes for a pair of joggers or something. No, I don't actually wear joggers, but swap it for some casual top, which is what I usually wear. Anyway, I'll probably be wearing those more on my videos anyway, so you'll see me in those. So anyway, this is my first attempt at my ad hoc rambling blog. We'll try and script it a little bit, I should imagine, in the future. But tell me what you think. It literally will be talking through just random stuff that comes into my head. I've shared with you the positives because there have been some negatives in the week as well, unfortunately. But I've got limited time, I have to get on. So have a brilliant new year, and see you soon.